We are going to talk about a movie.
This is gonna be a disaster.
It was one of the best movies of the year.
It's gonna go so well. Probably one of the last movies I would ever want to see in a theater. What is going on, everybody? Taylor here, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction to the trailer for the new Ted Bundy movie, Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. It is the teaser trailer, and I'm very, very interested to see what we're going to get from it. I'm very interested to see what the tone of this movie is going to be, how they're going to present it, especially since there was another Ted Bundy movie that came out, I think about a year or two ago. There was the Netflix mini series that dropped, the documentary series that I'm in the process of watching, and I'm just really curious to see what we're gonna get here. And let's just jump into it first, and then we'll break it down after we've watched it. Let's go.
That guy's been staring at you all night.
What do you say we get out of here?
What is it about this guy? When I feel his love, I feel like I'm on top of the world.
There are things you don't know
Hi, officer. I think I must be lost.
that will shock you beyond your worst nightmare.
Poor girlfriend, poor Liz.
I am innocent. You don't actually believe this garbage, do you?
It's in all the papers, Ted.
Monkey! Oh!
How did his name get on that suspect list? I want to come see you.
I was really hoping you'd say that.
That would be so rough.
This case is about catching a monster.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am that innocent suspect.
You are skating on thin ice, partner.
The media has convicted Ted before he's had his day in court.
I'm gagged, and you're not.
I wonder whether he did it or not.
I'm more popular than Disney
Really
World.
digging this tone, actually. Yeah.
Did you do these things?
Absolutely not. Let me get back to plotting my escape here.
Okay, well we've got something there with that one. We've really got something there with that one, because I really enjoy this tone, even though it's a little bit different than what I was expecting it to be, because Ted Bundy was very much a person who presented himself as charming and wanted people to find him attractive and interesting. And from watching the documentaries that I've seen and reading what I've read, he was very much someone who wanted to be something, who wanted to amount to something, like a lot of us do. We want to be original, and we want to be someone that people want to know more about, or want to accomplish something great, or whatever it might be. And for him, he seems to be the type, from what he's deduced about himself in tapes, that he just wasn't fulfilled. He would commit these crimes thinking that the next one would fulfill him, and then it just never did. So I'm liking the tone in terms of it being from the image that he clearly wanted to portray of himself, the image that he wanted the world to see, the image that a lot of these women saw that would, convince them to go help him, or to go on a date with him, or whatever it might have been. And I can see why there are people who have issues with the casting and have issues with the tone, because they don't think that portraying a serial killer as super attractive and super charming and whatever else, and having a light tone like this, is appropriate, or like it might be romanticizing it. But I think that in a lot of ways it makes sense, like I said, because that's how he presented himself. That's how a lot of people saw him, so that he could get away with the things that he did get away with, and murdering all of those innocent women that he did. I am very interested to see what's going to happen with the tone overall in this movie, if it's going to keep this kind of tone throughout the whole thing, if there's going to be kind of extreme differences in certain parts of the movie. Obviously, tone differences of when he's with Liz and her child, and then when the murderers are happening, how much of that kind of stuff is going to be balanced out, what we're actually going to see, what the main focus of the story is really going to be, if it's going to be mostly on kind of the court cases and how the media perceives him and how the public perceives him, and, you know, kind of what his manipulation is able to do in terms of being charming and seeming like that guy that, as someone said in the documentary, someone you would want your sister to date, because that's the kind of image that he put out for people. And I'm really interested to see what that approach is going to look like in this movie. I'm interested to see how much of Liz they're going to show us, how big of that part is going to be in terms of the narrative, if a lot of it is going to be seen from her perspective with her struggle of being in love with this guy and seeing how good he is with her daughter. I believe it's her daughter. I'm pretty sure it's her child, but I'm pretty sure it's her daughter. And seeing kind of her struggle with seeing it, like his name, I think it's just Ted at that point in the story. It's not Ted Bundy, but seeing his name in a sketch that kind of looks like him come up in the papers, and kind of when she talks to the police about her suspicions and things like that. So there's a whole lot that could be done in terms of the approach of this movie and the perspective and how it gets told. I don't know. I'm very interested to see this movie, because I really think that it could be chilling, but in a different way than we were expecting, because it does have that lighter tone, and it does kind of present you with these rose-colored glasses in certain aspects. So I think it's gonna be a movie that delivers us with great performances at the very least. I think this could really be a chance for Zac Efron to do some amazing things with this role. I think it could be a great opportunity for Lily Collins to really explore some things in this kind of role. So I'm interested. I really am. It could be a complete misstep with the kind of tone that they're going with, and it could have been a casting misstep, but, you know, I'm really not going to judge it that way until I've been able to see it and kind of decide for myself with that. But I think that it looks like it is well made in terms of looking like it's in the right time period. I feel like the clothing is correct, and the house decorating and all that kind of stuff looks like it's pretty solid. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm really actually very excited for this movie, and I want to know what you guys think. Have you heard of this movie at all before these last couple days to this last week, where there's been articles about it and kind of controversies already starting about it? Are you excited to see it? What do you think of the tone and the casting? Are you optimistic like me, or do you have problems with it? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments about this one. Thank you guys so much for all of your continued support. I have all of my social media links down in the description if you want to find me there. I have my link for my blog where I write about movies down there as well. I always have room for suggestions. If you guys want to leave comments about things you want to see on this channel, or trailers you want me to react to, or movies that you want me to review, things like that, I love hearing that kind of stuff from you guys as well. But having said that, you guys are the best support base ever. You guys are always so encouraging and really flock to all of the new things that I want to try and the things that I've continued to do. So thank you so much for all of that, and I will see you all next time.